Hello everybody. Just gonna get you guys set up. Video number 2. Guess what? Working on the e36 today. Don't tell CJ. But we're gonna wire in this Mishimoto fan. And unfortunately, when I bought it from Turner Motorsports, it didn't. The little pieces broke off of it. I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna close this door. It's getting cold out. Winter's showing up. So what I'll show you is, got my light on. Yeah, got my light on, got my Magnum microphone on these days. So you see these little clips right here. That one right there worked. That one right there worked. Unfortunately, down here it broke off. Boom and boom. Unfortunately. But what I ended up doing is drilling some new holes and zip tying it to this little frame. And because I accidentally ran over my aux fan while I was working, I replaced it with this Mishimoto one. I got the 18-inch because bigger is better. I will replace the radiator probably next season. I kind of want to drive it a little bit before it gets too cold. And now what I'm doing here is I took the wires that were originally going to the, see these wires? These are the wires that were originally going to the fan. I clipped them and I ended up wiring it wrong. So people out there, brown is power for BMW and brown is negative. So what I'm going to do is put brown to blue here because I want the air to blow in, not away from the fan. So I want to make sure, because I already wired it once and it was blue to black. No, it was black to brown and blue to black, and it was pushing air out. So it was going the wrong way. With DC motors, you can wire them backwards, and all they're going to do is run the wrong way. So I'm going to use these nice, I hope you guys can see me. I have these nice little heat shrink solder connectors that work really well. Let's see what we got here. That's a pretty good view. So what we're going to do is put these connectors onto the wire, push them up and over, up and over, and then we're going to put heat shrink. So we're going to put heat shrink on it as well and make sure that we have heat shrink on the other side of this little connector. Oh boy. Let's do this. It's going to go heat shrink first, bada bing, bada boom, and then we'll come in with this blue guy. Hope you guys can see. Got the microphone on today. But we're going to put that on there. And we know that we wired it wrong here, black to brown, so we're going to go blue to brown. Put these wires together, kind of just shove them together. And take this connector and kind of get them to meet in the middle where the solder is. I'm going to try to do all this at once. So, see how the wires are in the middle where the solder is? That's what we want to see. So then we're going to take our butane torch and kind of just start melting stuff. Watch your fingers. Oh, God. As I burn my own fingers. We'll skip this part. Another pro tip is that you can heat shrink the one side on so it doesn't tend to move away from you while you're trying to work. And then you can heat shrink the other side as well, so it shrinks, and then you can hit the middle with the butane. So the heat shrink is actually high temp, but you don't want to just go ham. People tend to use the heat gun for this, which is perfectly acceptable. I just like the control of the butane. It's instant. And then what we're going to do right after that, we're going to hit the heat shrink. So now you have this really nice connection. Now your wire is soldered together. I didn't have to get a solder gun. Wow, come on, camera. Kind of stinks while I'm here. I got the tripod, so yeah, really nice. I mean, it's a little toasty, but I mean, no big deal. I'm gonna go grab some more heat shrink, and then I'll be right back. Seems like a pretty good angle. Yeah, I like it. So, hope you guys can hear me. No fan today, and like I said, we got a microphone now, real official. Little clip-on Jimmy from Amazon. Also got my steel toes on today because I want to be extra safe. So, like I said, heat shrink first. Bing, heat shrink, and then this guy goes on. Okay. Take the two wires, kind of just get them together. That looks pretty good. Bring our shrinky ding down. A little about me that well, right now it's just my friends that are watching this, so you have to watch it. But I am a classically trained engineer, aka I just went to school for forever and went the VCU and got my degrees in mechanical engineering and physics. And then I have been working on cars for the better part of a decade now, off and on. Probably should have started this a long time ago, but I had no skills. Some could argue that I don't have any now, but I think I'm pretty good at what I do. Might just take me a couple tries. Can't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. But yeah, so that's where and I tend to wear overalls, so that's where the overall engineer comes from. So now that's nice and warm. That's nice and buttoned up. I'm gonna leave you guys here in front of the car, and the fan hopefully will kick on. Well, I know it'll kick on. Just depends on which direction. There you go. Just pushing air through. Oh yeah, that radiator's gonna be fucking ice cold. So yeah, there you have it. As I was walking away, I didn't really like how I had the wire just kind of hanging around. So some stuff that I like to use is called wire loom. Get down to the ground and hopefully you can see me. So this stuff, this is split wire loom, so you can put it in after the fact if you forget. So I'm going to put a little bit on here to kind of clean up these wires. Kind of difficult to work with sometimes if you're using the wrong tool for the wrong job. But kind of chip these come on. I just don't have any scissors here in the shop today. I have to remind myself to get some. These are just wire cutters, and they really aren't the right thing for the job. Call this channel right job, wrong tools. Pretty funny. Come on. I also like to hit these ends with the butane torch afterwards, and then a zip tie. So the light's still on. So what I'm going to do is just feed these wires in like that and run it up and over. Probably put way too much on here, but that's okay. Looks like an official wiring harness now. Nobody would know the wiser. Nobody be the wiser. Boom, look at that. So now I usually take one of these small zip ties, one of these guys, about 3 inches, 6 if you're lucky, and then zip tie these ends and then clip them. So now your wire's protected. So now got a nice wiring harness.